This is where it opens up the opportunity to create very bespoke, purpose-built small language models that are specific to a company. Cost side, it's not unlike the cloud. It's like just because the cloud's there and you move something to the cloud doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be cheaper to run it there. If you're not building the system to be cloud native, then there's a potential that you're using way more resources than you otherwise would need to, and it's going to become a lot more expensive to run that application. I don't think these generative systems are going to be any different in that regard. All the models, whether open or closed, they're all pretty much being trained in the same data sets, and meaning they've scraped the whole internet. Like they've pretty much done it at this point. So all the public data is kind of in there, but there's a massive amount of private data that is not in there, right? That companies own and kind of have walled off. And they're not going to want that data in there. And so this is where it opens up the opportunity to create very bespoke, purpose-built small language models that are specific to a company, which will then in turn evolve into these agents we talked about earlier. There needs to be some training done for software engineers before things are just taken and put into production without quite understanding those things. And so this is where the role will continue to evolve.
Building new products, driving new revenue models, I think there's infinite possibilities there. But one of the things that, kind of running a business that I'm most curious of, and I think a lot of other CEOs and CTOs are as well, and that's the change to business models. A lot of the models have been built around time and material, butts and seats. That's been the predominant play, especially when it comes to software development, right? I'm going to get a developer for a certain period of time or a team, and I'm going to pay this per month or this per day or hour. Can you talk a little bit about maybe the disruption that you see around business models?
I think, the certain things will get more predictable for sure. And so when things get more predictable, it's easier to move away from time or kind of a transparent cost structure on those things. So I do think we'll see more of that, but when you think about hyper productivity opportunities, that's where it'll kind of show up.